time do you have breakfast? From Monday to Friday, I have breakfast at 7 a.m. and on Saturdays and Sundays, I have breakfast at 10 o'clock. What do you usually have for breakfast? It depends on the day. Sometimes I have cereals and milk. Other times I have jam on toast. And if I have a lot of time, like at the weekend, I have avocado on toast with some orange juice. Do you often have a big breakfast? Some Sunday mornings I go to a restaurant or a cafe with my parents to have a full English breakfast. This is the typical breakfast in England, but people only have it at the weekend and not at 7 a.m. They normally have it at 10 or 11 a.m. A full English breakfast has bacon, sausages, toast, fried mushrooms, fried tomatoes, baked beans, which are beans in tomato sauce, fried egg, and black pudding. I hate black pudding, but I love the rest. I think that a full English breakfast on a Sunday morning is the best thing in the world. What time do you have lunch? I normally have lunch at 12 or 1 o'clock. In England, people usually have a sandwich with a packet of crisps or maybe a small salad, but it's usually very small because the main meal of the day is dinner, which is later. You normally have lunch at work or at school, so it's something that you can eat very quickly. What do you have for lunch? I normally have a sandwich and a piece of fruit like an apple or a banana. What time do you have dinner? I have dinner at about 6 o'clock. I have it after work. Some people have it at 5 o'clock, some people at 6, and some people at 7. It depends on the time you finish work or school. In England, dinner is the biggest meal of the day, and people usually have a lasagna, a pasta dish, some meat and vegetables, fish and vegetables, things like that. It is true that in England we eat a lot of potatoes, so you normally have some fish, potatoes, and then peas, carrots, broccoli. These are the typical vegetables that we have in England. It also depends if you are good at cooking or not. I know that some people are very good at cooking and they have lots of different meals every day, but others go to the supermarket and they buy ready meals. Ready meals are meals that are ready for you to eat. You put them in the microwave or in the oven for 10 minutes and they are ready to eat. It's not a healthy option, but a lot of people use them and buy them because they don't have a lot of time. Do you ever make dinner for your family? No, I don't normally make dinner for my family. My dad is a chef, so he is the person who normally cooks when we celebrate Christmas or a birthday, so I never make dinner for my family. What is elevenses? Elevenses is a small meal that people have at about 11 o'clock in the morning. That's why it's called elevenses, because it's at 11 o'clock. For example, if you had breakfast at 7 in the morning and you have lunch at 1 o'clock, then you might get hungry at 11 o'clock. So you might have a cup of tea or coffee with some biscuits, cakes, or snacks. It is basically the meal or snack that you have between breakfast and lunch. I know that people normally think that in England we have afternoon tea with a lot of cakes and biscuits and cups of tea, but that doesn't really happen. It is true that English people drink lots of cups of tea. For example, in my family, we have a cup of tea every hour or every 2 hours. But we don't have cake and biscuits and a cup of tea like the Queen every afternoon, because normally we are all at work. Some cafes sell afternoon tea, but it's very expensive and it's for events like your birthday, or you go out with your mum on a special day or with your friend. It's not something that you do every day. If you visit somebody's house in England, they normally give you a cup of tea with some biscuits and some cakes. It is quite typical. They don't normally offer some juice or some water like they do in other countries. Because it is cold in England, they usually offer a cup of tea or coffee for the people that don't like tea. They will also ask you if you like to have sugar in your tea. Some people don't have sugar and others have 1 or 2 teaspoons of sugar. If you have enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.